Kate, you canceling a lot of things due to COVID symptoms at all? You've been doing that much?
No.
Apparently, it's still a thing. Well, I mean, obviously, It's still a thing.
Yes.
People canceling things.
Still a thing.
Yeah, I was reading this article where it's like, there's a lot of, are you sure? Or are you just one of these people that's quick to cancellations and now you've got this handy excuse of COVID-19?
Canceling attending something or canceling an event?
Canceling attending something.
Okay. Can't go. Yeah. Okay.
Can't make it there after all because of,
Okay.
And they're wondering, okay, is this just a thing? Because there's a lot of people that are serial cancelers of things or just don't go to things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, convenient.
Very.
So I was just reading this article about how people aren't really necessarily believing each other when they're backing out of events, quote, due to COVID.
I mean, if you're planning on having an event that could be a super spreader.
Well, yeah, you don't want to.
Might be.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But if it's just,
I think the insinuation is that these people are liars, I think is.
Gotcha.
I was reading this article the other day about it. Canceling plans at the last minute is new normal. You don't know if the plans are really on until you get there. It's another good point. Hey, we're having a thing on Saturday night. Come watch us get married. Then you show up and, the place is boarded up. Not allowed in.
That's very concerning if it's boarded up where there's supposed to be a wedding.
Yeah, don't you hate when that happens? You show up at the church and the place is boarded up. Like, oh, man.
Can't come here.
I'm here for a wedding. I traveled. I traveled a pretty decent distance. Okay. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's been going on for a while, though. Right? This isn't anything new in the last 2 years.
People making up excuses to not attend a thing?
Yeah.
Or a thing not happening because of mass illness?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
And the things that you maybe are excited about, oh, yeah, this is happening. Let's do that. And they're like, just kidding. The host has COVID. So you're like, all right, never mind.
Right. And one of the things, they're like, wait a minute, didn't you just have COVID? Even though just having had COVID does not mean that you're immune from getting it a second time, but
right.
And potentially quickly after the first time. But anyway, so people who have worked hard to come up with excuses in the past to back out of attending a thing, hey, they can just use COVID-19 all the time now. Yay.
There it is.
Yep, just like that.
Matt, when you go to a pool, do you ever shower before you get in that pool?
Typically, I've showered that day. Are you saying that I get to the pool and then I immediately...
Correct.
You're supposed to, right?
Get to the pool and they say you got to shower before you swim.
I haven't been to a public pool in forever. I have been to friends' pools, and they have not put up a sign or anything that requires me to do that. And I did not witness them take a pre-pool shower. How about you?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
I think the general idea is they don't want you having throw your gross, sweaty body in there.
Well, okay. So I read something that, people who use pools as like baths or after doing yard work.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, there's chlorine in it. It'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thought.
But the fact that 64% saying that they understand that pool chemicals do not eliminate the need to shower. The chairman of Water Quality and Health Council explains, when dirt, sweat, and personal care products and other things on our bodies react with chlorine, there's less chlorine available to kill germs. Okay. The part about people jumping in after doing yard work, that doesn't bother me. That's sweat. You're going to be outside sweating anyways. People who pee in the pool, that bothers me.
Yeah.
There was one that said 24% said they would get into a pool within 1 hour of having diarrhea.
God.
I'm like, ugh, I don't want to swim with you.
You're not supposed to do that.
48% say they never shower before swimming. And I feel like, oh, do I feel guilty because I'm in that camp? I never shower. Like when we get to the pool that we belong to, it's always like, shower before you get in. I'm like, no, just get in the pool.
You flip off the sign as you walk past it?
I roll my eyes.
Roll your eyes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing with the kids. I'm like, I'm just going to slather you in sunscreen and then throw you in the pool. So, no.
That's a good point. Well, you're supposed to put the sunscreen in. Don't they want you to put it on like 10 minutes before getting into the pool or getting wet or something so it gets into your pores?
I don't know who these people are, but they are not realistic. So what happens is we get to the pool, we get our spot. They're standing on concrete it's so hot, hurry up. And then I spray them and then they go, and then inevitably somebody has like a little red spot somewhere because the spray didn't get to them.
Yeah.
But we do usually reapply though. So there's
good.
that. Yeah. I do the cream on their faces and I spray their bodies.
That sounds like a good protocol.
Yeah.
Have you considered applying before leaving the house?
It is not realistic. You want to get out of the house or you want to put on sunscreen?
That's not realistic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not when you're trying to get out of the house and get your snacks and get your cooler and get your towels and get your goggles and get your and go.
You got lots of things to get.
We do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. It's not realistic. And it's not realistic to have them take care of it themselves because they wouldn't do it or they wouldn't do it right.
Well, it is difficult to like sunscreen your own back. The spray works pretty good for doing that, but I wouldn't expect a small child to do it.
Even like teamwork. Hey.
Oh, put it on.
Help your sister.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You help your sister. Yeah. That's not realistic.
Yeah, you need a couple of more children so that you can have a proper circle.
Yeah.
A proper sunscreen applying circle. How many do you think you need? 3? Is that enough? 4?
Is this just for sunscreen circle, or is this like, do I have to feed them and clothe them and educate them?
In a circle also? No, this is just a sunscreen circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe 2 more.
Little sunscreen train happening there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Just need to make sure you have a couple other kids.
But I just was curious if people shower before the pool.
My guess is it's rare. But if you, dear listener, obsessively shower before getting into the pool, public or otherwise, let us know. Matt and Kate are on Facebook for free.
Yeah, does it bother you when people like, oh, I just got done mowing the grass and now I'm going to jump in the pool?
Well, I've never personally owned a pool. I probably would be annoyed if that was my own. They come over and they're covered in sweat and grass clippings and they jump in. That'd probably be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't seek to do that to someone else. But typically, I don't show up at a pool already all sweaty and gross.
Right.
So, I don't know. If I did, if I was all nasty, yeah, I'd rinse. I'd hose down, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to say I would, Matt, but I'm pretty sure I'd be like, cannonball. Like, I'm gross, so let's jump in the water.
Right. Bonus bath.
And I'm specifically thinking of like a public pool. I'm not thinking of like my mom's backyard because I don't do manual labor at my mom's. But
oh, okay.
Gotcha.
But
I don't think I've ever noticed if anybody comes over to swim, they're like, yeah, I just got done mowing and gross before they get in. But at a public pool, do we expect people to be gross when they get in? Probably.
Well, yeah, you're expecting there's a good chance the pool might close early because somebody dropped a deuce in there.
Ugh. Where's some wood to knock on? That has never happened at the pool that we belong to while we were there. There's never had to be a shutdown to fish out a baby Ruth.
You gotten a text message or anything like that from them before?
Nope.
You said while you were there.
Like while we have been members.
Oh, I see.
There's never, and while we have been in attendance at the pool, there's never been like a safety break, everybody get out. Gotta shock the pool to...
Shock it.
Yeah.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Some people will throw a Snickers in there, right? To try to fool everybody? Nothing?
Is that Caddyshack?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know that film well enough. Too old. Not me. The film. Only seen bits and pieces of it on, I think, broadcast TV over time, so I haven't even seen it.
TBS, probably.
As the director intended,
Right.
Yep. There's some other film recently someone was asking me about. Have you seen this? It's like, no, that's a blind spot. I probably need to go back in time some more.
Go back.
Especially if you want to see some quality movies that aren't at least 2 hours long. You want to find yourself a nice, dense hour 20 comedy Have to go back into the 70s or something. I don't know. Can't do it. Have you considered getting a van, Kate?
No.
Apparently, they're making a comeback.
I know people who have vans love their vans.
People really like that sliding door, you know.
Yes. And now that they're like remote sliding door, you can just push a button and it just, zip. Yeah.
Are you too cool for the van?
I'm not cool enough for the van.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I'm going with that.
think I like where this is going.
Yeah.
How so?
That's what I'm going to say so that I don't sound like a jerk when I'm like, I never want to drive a minivan. I learned how to drive on a minivan. So I've done my minivan driving.
Yeah. You say that as if you learned how to drive a stick or something.
Yeah. And in high school, like, I've got the van. Come on, let's go. I do not want to be in the minivan.
So when you say you're not cool enough to drive the vans, that mean you don't find yourself to be cool enough to counteract the dorkiness of the van? Is that what you're implying?
I feel like I come off as a snot when I say I don't want to drive a minivan. So I'm trying to counteract sounding like a snot by saying, no, I'm not cool enough to drive the minivan, man. Just going to stick with my third row without the sliding doors.
Yeah, when's that van going to be dead? Or, I mean, when's your SUV, your Travassier dead? When's that happening?
When it dies.
You guys throw some money at it?
I got the oil change the other day and it was like $90.
Big spender.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, don't tell me what's wrong with it. Change the oil. And they're like, well, I'm like, okay, tell me what's wrong with it, but just change the oil because I'm not going to mess with the catalytic converters. I know that it's got this, that, and the other. Just change the oil. I was like, okay.
So they say one of the big appeals, one of the big reasons the van has made a comeback.
Yeah.
People like to live in there or camp in there.
Oh, yeah.
Some minimalist living out of a van.
But those are like the bigger vans, right? Like the Mercedes vans. Have you seen those?
This article here, which I like this one sentence. The minivan was long the fanny pack of automobiles. Functional frumpy.
That's funny.
But it's making a comeback. And then, yeah, this dude is mountain biking, and Kim Kardashian was in a minivan.
Kim Kardashian's got the Mercedes minivan, though.
That's the Maybach or something?
Yeah.
$400,000?
How much?
$400,000?
I was going to say I thought it was $300,000, and then with her upgrades, it was like $400,000.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
The average price of new minivans as a category was up 43% nationwide in the first quarter of 2022 from the same quarter 5 years ago. Minivans. Yeah, we had a Dodge, maybe, Caravan minivan when I was a kid going to school in that. It's pretty cool.
We had the Ford Aerostar.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was the Aerostar, is that a minivan or just a regular van?
No, it was a minivan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking up images of it now.
Yep. First, we had the non-extended end that was navy with a silver stripe. And then we had a Ford Aerostar red minivan that had like the extended. It's huge.
Yeah, this one that we had, I feel like it was one of the smaller vans. You would have the Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
Kind of a sandy color. And I remember being really amused as a kid when it said the door's ajar. You know, if the door is open, it would say the door is ajar.
Oh, yeah?
And then I would go, the door's not ajar, silly. The door is a door. Just like that, Kate.
Just like that.
Yep. So there you go. If you, dear listener, have always found the idea of a minivan to be exciting. First off, I agree. Second off, apparently a whole bunch of other people do too.
Yeah. And minivans have come a long way since I'm looking at images of the Ford Aerostar. Minivans have come a long, long way.
I should bring that van back. The Aerostar.
Gosh, it was a boat. I don't remember it being that big driving it, but looking at these pictures, I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, was that a minivan? Did that count as a minivan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at images. There's all kinds of old vans. There's no like 2018 model of the Aerostar?
No.
There's a 97.
I think ours was a 94.
You should get one. You should get a van like this.
And it was red with the tan on the bottom. Kind of reminds me of the A-Team now. Oh, look, that's the Navy one we had, though. Oh, my gosh.
Nostalgia for vans from the early 90s on Matt and Kate.
Matt, we were talking about Miller Lite not too long ago, about how it's just one more calorie than Ultra?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Now Miller Lite is introducing Miller Lite Beercoal.
Miller Lite Beercoal?
Yes. It's
Okay.
beer-infused charcoal.
All right.
And they've got the slogan, turn Miller time into griller time.
Wow. So this infuses your grilled items, your hamburgers and such with some Miller Lite?
I don't know. We have a Traeger, so I don't do anything with coal. So I'm going to ask you, is $12 a bag for coal? Is that a lot? Is that regular?
Eek. I haven't bought any in a while. I mean, there's bigger and smaller bags. Oh, so the Miller Lite.
$12 a bag from the Miller website. Or you could get a bag on eBay for $250.
Wow.
Each briquette is infused with concentrated Miller Lite. So it's supposed to give whatever you grill a slight beer taste. They say food cooked over it is safe for all ages, though.
Okay.
Don't get the kids wasted on beer coal.
Yeah.
So the charcoal is not going to get you drunk, if you were worried.
Boring. You might catch a buzz if you inhale the fumes directly in, but don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it looks like you could get a 20-pound bag for like $10 of regular charcoal.
Okay. Beer coal, Miller Lite. I put a picture in our notebook so you can see.
Yeah, it looks lovely. Nice packaging. Miller Lite Beercoal, 4 pounds. That's not very many compared to the other ones I was looking at were what? 20 pounds. So you're really paying for the limited edition nature of it. I hope you wouldn't actually cook with these. I'm sure plenty of people do, though. Plenty of people will.
Right.
Make it a whole Miller Lite themed celebration. Bring your Miller Lite chef's hats and apron and all that.
Apron.
Yeah. Miller Lite branded tongs and flipper. Yeah.
Oven mitts.
All that stuff. And then maybe your little chef's hat has little holders for beers so you can have a chef's hat / beer hat combined.
There you go.
Boom.
Matt, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
In some areas, I feel like I'm deficient in others, though.
I would agree.
I'm sure some fifth graders could own me, especially when it comes to like slang and stuff. Bet. Am I right?
Am I right?
I'm not capping.
Yes.
Not capping.
No capping.
No cap. Not here.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. And you are a college graduate. But we're going to find out if you are smarter than a fifth grader.
Our Smarter Than a Fifth Grader theme song there. Yep.
I have faith in you.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay. You ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
What are the 3 branches of the U.S. government?
Oh, these are going to be tough. This has the potential for embarrassment. The Smarter Than a Fifth Grade stuff. We've got the legislative, the executive, and the judicial.
See, you rattle those off fast.
Well, yeah, but I'm still freaked out about the potential of other ones.
Okay, let me give you an easy one. What is the plural of moose?
Moose.
Moose, right.
Yay.
2 for 2. Okay, are you smarter than a fifth grader? What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called?
Oh. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution have one name that overrides them all? Oh, crap. I think I'm going to fail. The something? Is that it?
That's pretty close.
The raffle? The articles? No, it's amendments. Wow. Am I really going to give up on this? I give up.
You give up?
Yeah.
The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights. See, it was in there somewhere.
Bill of Rights. Okay. You got 2 right. Just the one wrong. Here we go. This is an easy one.
Am I smarter than a 5th grader, Kate asks.
What was the ancient Egyptian writing system called?
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics is correct.
Woo.
Emojis.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, the 5th graders totally will get that Bill of Rights question, by the way.
Maybe.
That's right.
That's okay. That's what they are supposed to be learning. And you have already learned it. Right?
Yep. Once I got in the 6th grade, I was like, all right, don't need that knowledge anymore. And I purged my brain of the contents.
Until sophomore year when you had to take a government class, right?
Something like that, probably, yeah.
There you go. Okay. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? What city was the first in the world to be attacked with an atomic bomb? What city?
Hiroshima.
Hiroshima. What makes you say Hiroshima?
Because that was the first city that was attacked with a nuclear weapon.
I didn't know if there's something in your brain that's like, oh, it's got to be Hiroshima because...
Now I just remember that one was before Nagasaki.
Very good. Hiroshima is correct. Nice.
I would go woo, but you know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
4 for 5. All right. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? What language is the most widely spoken in South America?
Okay.
I feel like this one's tricky.
Yes, it is. English.
Which language is the most widely spoken in South America? Matt's going with English. Now, what would be your second guess?
Why do I have to do that?
Because you weren't right.
I was going to say, this feels like an opportunity to be incorrect.
What was it in between?
Possibly in a worse way. What is it?
It's Spanish.
Okay. It's kind of what I was thinking, but...
I was on the fence between Portuguese and Spanish. Because I know a lot of South America speaks Portuguese. So, I didn't know. But you went with English, so...
Yeah, I did.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay.
You fooled me, kind of.
How did I fool you?
Well, didn't you tee me up with, this one's a trick one, or something?
No, I said this one's an easy one.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, never mind.
Maybe I didn't.
That's not how my brain heard it.
Okay. Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
No.
What object,
Clearly.
beginning with the letter Q, did people write with during the Middle Ages?
A quill.
Correct.
Whew, all right.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
You're not failing this. You've only missed 2.
Yeah, that Spanish one's going to haunt me.
I think you should let it go. I would probably be more concerned about the whole Bill of Rights thing than Spanish.
Oh, yeah. That's fair, too. Yeah.
Let them both go, Matt. Let them both go.
I had let that one go, and then you came back with it. Remember that part?
The Bill of Rights?
Yeah, I let that one go, and now you've placed it firmly back into my possession.
Yep.
And here it is again. I hold it right here.
I will say, though,
close to my heart.
I probably knew the Bill of Rights because I've been working in 5th grade social studies this year. So, yeah.
So you got all kinds of smarter than a 5th grader things going on over there then.
Yeah. Okay, last question. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? What do you call a group of crows?
A murder.
Feeling pretty confident with that one?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like that's right.
It is correct. A murder of crows.
Yay!
Isn't that weird? Why did that get that name?
I win. That's a good question. You tell me.
I don't know.
That's more of a 7th grader answer, probably.
I just asked the questions. Like a herd of cows or, what are some other ones?
Gaggle of horses.
That's not right.
Oh, okay.
A wolf pack, and a murder of crows.
Thanks, Kate.
Yes. You got 6 right out of 8. Yay!
That's pretty good. Pretty good. And to any fifth graders who beat me in this Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grade series of questions? Nicely done.
Well done.
Good studying. Very proud of you.
Maybe someday we'll play the collective names for animals game.
Oh, what do you call a blank of lions or whatever?
Yeah. What do you call a blank of lions?
A pride.
Very good.
Yeah.
Man, we could probably play right now. We'll play it another day.
Dun-dun-dun. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Only so much time.
Right.